Hey you guys, so today's video is going to be a very random assortment of things I've been enjoying, aka a favorites video. I have a few little makeup things, so I'll start with that in case you are not at all interested in the other shit that I have to mention, but I also have some other like skincare products, some shit that is completely unrelated to anything that we do here on the YouTube. So the first thing that I have been loving recently, and this is actually an old favorite that's kind of come back into gameplay here, is the Milk Baked Bronzer. So I used to use this all the time and I really loved it a lot. The only reason I stopped using it is because I started really liking the Nude Sticks Bondi Bay more. But I kind of picked this back up recently, especially since I've been doing the whole like cream bronzer and blush underneath my foundation. I really love the color, I really love the formula. The only thing I don't like about it is the smell. It smells like Play-Doh, man. It's really weird. And I find that it's not as long wearing as some other cream bronzers that I've tried, but for day to day, I really love this one. I think it's great. Then, obviously, as if we didn't all see this coming. Oh, the new Fenty Beauty gloss. So this is the new gloss in the shade Fussy. I love it so much. No complaints here. Truly, this is one of my favorite gloss formulas of all time. I just think it looks so beautiful and plush on the lips. A lot of people have been asking me which I prefer, the original or this one. I don't know, man. The original is like so deeply embedded in my heart and soul, the very fiber of my being. But I do think that like I prefer something that's a little bit pinker. That one's a little bit more like kind of a rosy, almost more like brick kind of pink. And this one is more of like a true pink. Still super nice and sheer, so it's gonna be pretty wearable on virtually everyone. I think day to day, I'll probably wear this one more just by itself. I do really like the original one by itself as well, but I think that one works really well over top of lipsticks. I always find that like if I'm wearing a pink kind of nude that's way too blue toned, or it just looks a little like too cool toned on my skin that day, I'll go over top with that Fenty gloss, and I just think it looks like perfect. I'm just like continuing to pray that they continue to release more and more, and only this, and frankly they can just be a gloss only line and I will be their sole customer. Okay, cool. I feel like this is gonna be like so quick after, because I probably will post this video directly after my travel bag one, but I wanted to mention again this salt palette. I become really attached really quickly, but I really have just been loving this palette so much. I really feel like this filled a void that I didn't know existed in my soul. A lot of people were asking me on my travel bag video, they were like, what's the difference between that and a Z palette? First of all, Z palette is ugly. I'm not saying. I also felt like my Z palettes were always really flimsy. Like I didn't feel like they really protected my shadows that much. And the owner's a piece of shit. There was like this saga where the owner of Z palette was essentially making fun of customers for being poor. I believe what had happened was Z palette had launched a product that was, it was a hot plate, basically. It was like just a plate that warmed up, and it was for depotting makeup. So a lot of makeup, whether it's blushes, highlights, eyeshadows like this, come in metal pans, and the metal pans are glued to the palette in some way. You would put like the product on top of this hot plate, and it would heat up the glue so that you could take the product out and like pop it into, you know, your magnetic palette. And there was just a lot of people complaining. This went so far off on a different tangent. This is not at all a favorites video anymore. This is just a story time about drama now. Basically, there was all these people being like, oh, okay, so this is basically an overpriced hot plate. And the owner was like, actually, this is my baby, and how dare you? And then went on this whole like commenting rampage, calling people poor, broke college students. It was quite the time to be alive. Anyways, that's why I stopped using Z palette personally. So I transitioned all my single shadows into the Makeup Forever XL palettes. Oh boy. I transitioned all of them into the big palettes, but I find that those are just like not very travel friendly. So anyways, I just love this so much. I think it's so cute. It comes in this color. It also comes in a gray, which is really pretty. But I just think this is so sturdy, and like just the zipper, just everything about it, frankly. It just is like a product that is so well designed, and I just have so much like admiration for it, because I feel like everyone right now is just cranking out products that feel like there's so little thought behind them. And when I was reading about this palette and just kind of like all the stuff that went into it, and also in talking to the lady that produced it, it reminded me a lot of my other favorite brand, Smith Cosmetics. I really have so much love for brands that I feel like are going that extra mile to really put thought and heart and feeling into their products. They aren't just slapping their name on something and releasing it for the sake of making a quick buck. And to me, this is like a physical representation of that kind of like love and respect towards creating something. I'm really taking this favorites video to another level. To sum it up, I just feel like it's really well made. It's cute. I like that it's really stylish. I actually found it to be quite affordable. $35 to me is not that expensive, considering that this just feels really sturdy and well made. The original Z palettes are only like a few dollars less than that, and I just feel like they're so not even on the same caliber as this. So anyways, now that I'm done slandering Z palette, really been loving kind of having my little single shadows, and I think that might be the new way for 2019. I feel like 2018 was like the year, well, 2017 and 2018 I feel like was the year of eyeshadow palettes. Like that was all that was being released, it feels like, and that was like all that was being reviewed as well. So I think it would be really cool to see more brands releasing single shadows so I could kind of pick and choose, put everything in a little palette, become my own eyeshadow palette creator, you know? Those were good times back in YouTube. Remember when everyone would be like, I'm using Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie, and you know, we just all use single shadows? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go fuck myself. So anyways, I've really been loving that palette. I'm definitely gonna be ordering some more single shadows online and kind of designing another one that's not completely neutral, because that one's super, super neutral. So I'm gonna do another one that has some little fun pops of color in it, and I'll probably do a video on it if I do that. So hold me to it. Next in line, oh buddy. So I talked about in a favorites video, was it a favorites video or Sephora VIB sale recommendation? Can't remember, it's all a blur. I'm so consistent. You know, it just all muddies together and becomes one video in my mind. I talked about the Laneige sleeping mask. So the ones that are available in Sephora and like pretty easily available is the pink one it smells like bubblegum. Bubblegum, not my fave, you know? Then I was talking to someone and they were like, oh, they have other flavors. And I was like, pardon me? Because I didn't get the fucking email. Nobody let me know that that was taking place. Anyways, Laneige has a bunch of different flavors of sleeping masks. I believe there was apple and berry, and then I think there was one other one, and then vanilla. Just a little vanilla experience, and goddamn, this cost me... Let me just look it up. Okay, I ordered this from a website called Joel's. I ordered 2 sleeping masks because I didn't want to order them and then have them like discontinue it or some shit, and then I wouldn't have like a second backup. So the 2 sleeping masks on sale were $41 US, which is like $50 Canadian, and then the shipping was $22 US, which is like almost $30 Canadian. So total, paid damn near $80 for 2 lip balms. Was it worth it? Absolutely. I love this one. I was worried that it was going to smell really like super sweet, sugary vanilla, but it's lovely. It's a very light scent, and I way prefer it to the bubblegum one. That's just a little too much for me, man. I'm a grown woman, you know? I don't need a bubblegum situation in my life. I really don't. So I've been way preferring this one. I'm so glad that I bought 2, and I will never pay that much for a lip balm again, but I love it so much. And I hope that it becomes available in Sephora, because I will buy all the flavors. And that's a promise, Laneige. So you know you've got one customer steady right here. Seems worth the investment to me. I don't know. Something to think about. This is another classic case of me eating my words. How do I say this? I am a hater bitch, okay? I really like dive in deep with my thoughts, feelings, and emotions on various topics, only to later find out that I spoke without actually experiencing those things or choosing to learn more about them. Did it with Beauty Blender once upon a time. Yep, I said that Beauty Blender was I believe that I said it was a gimmick and that it was not unlike any other sponge, and I was woefully mistaken. I also did that at one point with Glossier. Kind of was a hater bitch about that. Oh, and my favorite, Sephora. I used to be really anti-Sephora in another life. Oh, so young. Sweet summer child. For the past couple years, I've really kind of like swayed back and forth on my opinion of setting sprays. I've always felt like they were something that's like nice, maybe does a little something, but like not that big of a difference. And I just felt like in general, they were super overpriced. And I don't know, man, I never felt like they made such a huge difference that it was actually noticeable to me. Okay, here's what happened. I tried this Scandinavia setting spray, and I'm never gonna make a blanket statement again. So this is the makeup finishing spray. It's the oil control one. I'm not particularly concerned about oil control, but I'm actually like pretty shocked by how well this works. I entirely notice a difference when I use this versus when I don't, especially in like different areas that usually have my makeup coming off quite quick because I don't set my makeup with a powder. So my chin, my nose is usually the first place to kind of be like sayonara. This has been helping quite a bit. I've been pretty surprised by it. And now I'm a believer. Okay, and now we're gonna make the gentle segue into all the shit that has nothing to do with my YouTube channel. So I have a few little skincare things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I picked up some little goodies from this brand called COSRX. They're a Korean skincare brand. I had tweeted that I was looking for this specific cleanser and I was having a hard time finding it on any of the websites that ship to Canada. So I ended up picking up a few other things from the brand, not the specific cleanser that I wanted, but I got a few other things. Here's what happened. Of course, this comes with a long-winded story. I was reading articles about how to clear your acne because I'm a teenager. I already know basically the response of every single one of those articles, but I was just like, fuck it, maybe there's some new information out there for me, you know? And actually this one article was saying to get a pH balanced cleanser, and that's how I found out about this brand, because they were recommending this Good Morning low pH cleanser. So I was like, okay, got that. When I was like looking up the brand, that's how I found the other cleanser that I was wanting to get, which is a salicylic acid cleanser. So I was tweeting about it. The brand reached out to me a few months ago and they were like, hey, we can send you that cleanser. I was like, thanks so much. So they sent me that cleanser and a bunch of other like acne bitch problem skincare. The cleanser that I bought, the low pH one, unfortunately not my fave. I feel like I would like that cleanser if I didn't have like skin issues, like if I had more normal skin, so to speak, like I did just a few sweet months ago. What a beautiful time that was. But they sent that salicylic acid daily gentle cleanser. As you guys are already aware, my skin has been not doing super great lately. Just been getting breakouts like I used to, basically. It's getting worse and worse with time. It's pretty sad. But I do feel like this has actually helped quite a bit. So this is the salicylic acid daily gentle cleanser, and then they also sent this blemish cream, and I feel like these two together have made a huge difference in my skin. I feel like with acne, there's a lot of things that I try and I'm like, right out the gate, I'm like, oh my God, this makes such a huge difference. And then even in the course of like a week, sometimes it stops working, especially with spot treatments, I find. At first I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then like a week later, it doesn't do anything at all. But I've been using both of these for about 3 weeks or a month, and I feel like they both help a lot. Obviously not getting rid of my acne completely, but I feel like they both make quite a big difference. A lot of you guys have been asking me what I've been using for skincare as of late, and I've kind of been switching around some products here and there as I've decided to no longer use Sunday Riley. Wow, I really am bringing up all the brand drama in this video. If you guys don't know, they were outed by an ex-employee for faking reviews to the extent where they had sent around an email telling people how to set up a VPN so that the reviews couldn't be traced back to their work computers, telling them to set up Sephora accounts like weeks in advance before product launch and post multiple reviews on other products that were unrelated so it didn't seem fishy, telling them to specifically counter negative reviews. So like if someone had said like, oh, this dried out my skin, to say that this didn't at all dry out my skin, stuff like that. There was also a portion of the email that said, you know, mention that you have had acne forever and you've tried everything and nothing's worked for you until this product. Just like a lot of really harrowing details in this email. So that was pretty disappointing for me personally, especially because I'm someone that has supported and promoted Sunday Riley on my own accord. I've never been paid by them to do so. It's always been like me purchasing their products myself, really, really loving them, talking about them to you guys. So I was really disappointed when I read that, and I know, and the brand actually confirmed that that was a real email as well. And I know there was a ton of people that were like, oh, this is super common practice. I don't doubt that for a second. To me, I feel like there would be such a huge difference if that email was just asking employees to write actual reviews on their real experience with the products. That would be one thing. And again, I'm sure there's tons of companies doing it, but this is the company that I know about, and it hits a little too close to home for me, especially with the line about like, oh, you've tried everything for acne and whatever, because for me, as somebody that truly has spent thousands of dollars trying to buy stuff to help my acne, it does get to a point where you feel like you've tried everything. And I do rely a lot on reviews of other people talking about dealing with acne and whether or not, you know, this product helped them. And I try to find reviews that seem more specific to the skin issues that I have. So I've been switching out my products basically since then. So I've been trying to find some things, because normally I would use UFO oil, which I really, really used to love from Sunday Riley, in lieu of UFO oil, since I will not be repurchasing that. I feel like these two have been working really, really great, and they're actually quite affordable as well, which is awesome. They have a lot of good little products in their brand. I'm excited to kind of keep exploring and pick up some other products from them. Ooh, this was a subscriber recommendation. So this is the Dr. Jart Tiger Grass Cream. Apparently this is like actually a thing people talk about all the time, and I just have not like been in the know. Oh gosh. Oh, and there is a Kuma cameo for you. Yes, very good girl. So this guy was recommended to me by a subscriber that was saying that she liked this for her acne spots, like after they were healing and stuff like that. And I am astounded by how well this works. So I find with a lot of spot treatments, even if they work to diminish my acne, I find that they leave my skin super, super like unbearably dry, flaky. And then like kind of when those flakes come off, it like reopens my like wound on my face. Sorry if you don't have acne and this is disturbing. It's really, really great for any kind of like more severe dryness like that. So a lot of the times now when I have an active breakout, I will kind of use my spot treatments, and then it'll get super dry. I'll put this guy on for a couple nights, and it just makes such a huge difference. So I really, really have been liking this one a lot as well. I was a little nervous that this wouldn't work underneath makeup, because it's just a really different texture. It's quite thick and almost like, oh, how can I describe it? I don't want to say oily, but almost like a waxy feeling, not in like a bad way, but just like it's just a different feeling from like moisturizers that I typically use. So I kind of had a little bit of a concern that this might not go under makeup really well, but it's totally fine. I've had no issues, at least with the products that I use. This next one, I'm truly never going to stop putting it in my favorites video. You're just going to have to embrace it. Even if this became Lush's best seller, I would still feel as if it's underrated. Lush Sympathy for the Skin. This has been my favorite body lotion for years. I love everything about this, truly. It's the best lotion I've ever used in my entire life. I find that it just like soaks into your skin so beautifully, and it doesn't leave your skin feeling like greasy or anything like that. It just makes your skin look so unbelievably like hydrated. It's so nice if you have like a sunburn or any kind of like weird kind of sensitivities on your skin. My issue with a lot of body lotions is that they're so heavily fragranced. Like I know Bath and Body Works has like so many different lotions. They're so fragranced for me that like it just hurts my skin, especially if I'm putting it on like freshly shaved legs. And when my skin's super dry during the winter and stuff like that, I just don't like things that are that fragrant. So Sympathy for the Skin, if you smell it in store, you will basically not smell it, because it's so scented and lush, and this is so lightly scented that you won't really like get the full effect. But when you get it home, it smells like banana and like vanilla custard. It's so nice. I've recommended this a million times. I'm gonna keep recommending it. It's my favorite lotion. My mom and dad are so hooked on this lotion too. They run through it like friggin' water. So especially since my skin has been getting drier. Kuma, stop licking my foot! Especially since my skin has been getting drier, I've been using tons of this lately. This is a product that is not even available in my country. But I'm gonna mention it anyways. Here is my dirty used razor. There's this company called Billy. Right now they only ship to the States. But basically this company released a commercial that they had made. It was the first women's shaving commercial that actually featured body hair. It was so brilliant. If I can find a little link, I'm sure I can. I know how to use the internet. I have 2 feet and a heartbeat. I'll put the link down below because it's just such a good commercial. It was so great. I felt like they did such a good job of being trendy and inclusive without it feeling like they were pandering or being like, hello, fellow kids of the internet. Like, it just was such a cool, well done commercial. So I just love that commercial. I went to their website. I was like reading through all the content on their website, how they don't believe in the pink tax, which is basically just how women's products are priced higher for no fucking reason. There's just so much about their company that's just really, really impressive and thought out and stuff like that. So I really, really loved the concept. And basically they are like a subscription service. So you would like sign up and say like how often you shave, and then they would send you razors and like replacement heads and shit like that. And then they also have like other products like shaving cream and shit like that. Anyways, went through the whole website. I was like, fuck yeah, this is so dope. I like put in my little shipping address. I was like, hell yeah. I like signed up for like all this stuff. I like chose my shaving plan and I was like, this is gonna be amazing. And then they don't ship to Canada. So I was heartbroken. I sent them a DM on Instagram and I was like, please keep me updated when you come to Canada because I love you guys so much. I thought that commercial was so cool. And they were like, we're working on it. Did they say they're working on it? Oh, they said, we're working on it. We'd love to chat with you in the meantime though. And they sent me a little package. They sent me one of their razors and they sent me some of their like shave cream and stuff. Man, I just love this company. I'm devastated that they're not in Canada. I think they're great razors. They're super affordable. I love what their brand's all about. So I wanted to give them a little mention because I think it's cool what they're doing. Really getting into how I feel deeply about all these brands. Okay, what was your favorites of the month, Kuma Girl? My favorite things are going on walks, and I like dog treats, and I like puppy bandanas a lot. Oh, thank you for your input. That was very nice. Moving right along. I've been on a little soul-searching mission, you could say. Trying to find a really great shampoo. I feel like I find a shampoo I really like, and then usually by the time I go to buy a second bottle, I feel like the second bottle is like suddenly not as nice on my hair and my hair starts getting dry again and like all that kind of stuff. It's this weird thing. So anyways, when I was in Sephora kind of recently, I realized they have Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. Don't mind if I do. So I use the Olaplex number 3 thing, which is always in the frickin' little section that you have to walk through to get to the tills, and then they have all this impulse buy shit and I just buy it. I use the step number 3, which is like a bond repair thing, and it's lovely. I love it so much, but I find that I run through it so quickly because it's just in this little baby bottle. I mean, like I need an industrial sized amount of that. I'm not naturally blonde, frankly. So they have these bond maintenance shampoos and conditioners now, and I think they're beautiful. They make my hair so shiny and lovely, and I feel like the breakage is noticeably different. It doesn't make my hair feel weighed down or greasy or anything like that, which was a problem that I was having with a few other shampoos that I was trying out. So I've really been liking these 2 little puppies. I went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and I really went Bed Bath & Beyond. I didn't realize how quickly 2 hours of my life could be consumed outside of Target. It was as if I entered into another universe. Delights aplenty. It was a joyous experience, and as me and my friend Alyssa were navigating through the lovely halls of the Bed Bath & Beyond, I came across a little UGG setup. You know UGG shoes? Paris Hilton stees? Turns out they have home goods. We circled back to that section of the Bed Bath & Beyond 3 or 4 times. I am a frequent purchaser of blankets. I love a blanket, I really do, but I find that I can never find a blanket that's quite enough for me. I don't know why, until I found this bad boy. That was not as seamless as I wanted it to be. This is the Anderson blanket from UGG. It's so lovely. Oh man, it has little pom-poms on it. The inside is like fake Sherpa lining. Don't know what that means. And then the outside's this little knit. It's the coziest. It's so warm, it's so soft, it makes me feel protected from these harsh winter climates, bad feelings on the internet, general bullshit from men, tax bills, tummy aches, Taco Bell shits. It's just the nicest. It's truly the nicest blanket I've ever purchased, and that's a bold statement because I've purchased a lot of blankets in my time. Get yours at Bed Bath & Beyond today. Hashtag not a sponsor, unless you want to be. Hit me up. Lovely. And then the last thing is another kind of like little home decor thing. One of my truest and deepest passions is home decor. I truly could do it for a living. I love it so much. One of my absolute favorite stores is CB2. I was in CB2 recently traipsing around and I found these. Just a little close up. Oh boy. Where does one begin? This is such a like beautiful, unique piece to me. I love it so much. I love that it has this kind of shattered glass and little brass. I think that those little like glass ornaments have become so popular over time. You know, those like hexagon ones that everyone puts an air plant in. They're so cute. But I feel like they become so common. And I love that this is like a little bit unique with that shattered glass. I just thought it was so beautiful. So I saw a bunch of these in CB2 and I was like, I wonder how those would be for brush holders. So I bought 3 of them and that's what I'm using as my little brush holder now because I just think they're so cute. Yes, this is exclusively Smith blending brushes. Anyways, you guys, that's everything for me today. That is my random assortment of favorite things that I've been experiencing over the past couple months. Let me know if you guys liked this video, if you want to see more of these kinds of styles. How would I word that? If you guys want to see more of this style of video where I include random shit. If you do, let me know. If you don't hurt my feelings. I thought we were all in this together like High School Musical. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time. Peace out.